Okay. Hi, it's Mike Debate with FullPressCoverage.com. Here with three-time Pro Bowler, three-time Super Bowl champion, and the founder of the Light Foundation, Matt Light. Matt, thank you very much for joining us today on Full Press Coverage Radio Network and Visual Network, now available on YouTube. Matt, this has been an event now. This is the fourth annual Light Heroes hockey tournament that, I should say hockey game that is taking place here at Schneider Arena at Providence College. Tell us a little bit about what the Light Foundation has done up until this point. It's so well revered within the state, raised over $5 million worth of revenue for local charities, and it's just been an amazing organization and so well revered throughout the state.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable run. I mean, we launched the Light Foundation officially in 2002, so we're 15 years in, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. So. In the business realm, everything's competitive. In nonprofit realm, things are really competitive, especially here in the Northeast. And look, we've been blessed to be able to put together our mission, stick to our mission, have incredible people that make up all of our programming directors and counselors, and all the behind-the-scenes people. And over this 15-year period, we've taken the Light Foundation from an organization that would host some events and benefit young people to an organization that hosts a lot of events, including tonight right here at PC.
Oh yeah.
And we raise the funds so that we can fuel our Vahoakas Leadership Camp and programs like that happen year round. So we had 7,000 kids come through our facility in Ohio, which is a 500-acre camp. It's called Chenoweth Trails, and through Chenoweth Trails, we introduce young people to a lot of things. We call it being real, responsible, ethical, accountable, and at the end of the day, they become great leaders. So I love the work. My whole family is involved with it, from my mom, my mother-in-law. My father runs all the camper projects and things of that nature, and we bring in kids from all over the country. So whether it's kids from right here in Providence to Woonsocket to New Bedford to Gloucester, Worcester, all the surrounding areas, as well as programming that takes place right here. So it's a big mission, but at the heart of it all, it's just spending time with young people.
Excellent. And like I said initially, it is so well revered around here, and we really appreciate, as a Southern New England resident, as a native of Rhode Island, someone who's lived in the area all my life, the revenue that these guys raise and the awareness that they do, really, it goes to the heart of everything that is about this area, and you guys really do amazing work, and it's felt so deeply in the heart of the community. This is an amazing event. I'm an alum of Providence College, so it's really great for me to be back home here at Schneider to be able to cover an event like this. The game itself is always a lot of fun, and I know there's been a lot of great moments throughout the years with this. If you can maybe, I don't want to put you on the spot and tell you to pick out what some of your highlights have been since you've been doing this game, but not only that, but also just a little bit about how you've come together with the Boston Bruins Alumni and also the Heroes.
Yeah, well look, number one, we have the coolest jerseys on earth, right? That is as good as it gets. So
go right there.
And we can't really leave out the fact that Eric and what his family and what their mission is at the Little Heroes Fund is, I would tell everybody, go check out Little Hero Fund, find out what his passion is and what he and his wife and that extended group do to really enrich the lives of not just the kids, but the parents and everybody that's wrapped around, these young individuals. So it's an awesome thing that we benefit, directly through, the success of tonight, but also, all the other work that those guys do on a regular basis. But tonight is fun. We've got our Light Heroes, and they're going to be out there skating on the ice, and we're going to have some of the best when it comes to the alumni and the Bruins and guys that have, put together names like Nifty and, Jay Miller and, Reggie Limlin. All these guys that have been like, big time, to Joey Mullen.
Absolutely.
These guys make it a point to come out and be a part of tonight, and it's hard. Look, it's hard to get 5 of your friends together.
Oh yeah.
So when you think about guys that are coming together for a mission like this, it always makes it so much more special. But I think one of the things that I'll never forget was last year we had an opportunity for somebody to take a shot on the ice and try to hit it in a little bit. The puck had to go through something I think that was smaller than the puck. And from like half, from like center ice or whatever it was, bust that half court. I mean, like it's basketball. By the way, my Boilermakers lost last night. I'm still in the state of mourning. I was at the Garden until 2 a.m. It was a rough night. But they're out there at center ice, and this young man shoots, and it goes directly in that hole to win a car. It was like one of the wildest things I've ever seen. So we've had a lot of fun. The ice is always fun. I mean, and the young people that get to come out, if they're 10 or younger, they're free.
Right.
And it's that time of year too. Hockey's kind of winding down in a sense when you look at the college scene, and it's been kind of a long winter, and we're looking forward to spring. But this is a great way to cap it all off.
Absolutely, and you've perfectly said, and really just the opportunity to be able to be here and to share this with you guys on behalf of everyone at Full Press. We really, really appreciate the opportunity to not only be here today, but also bring this event to such a wide and nationwide audience, and really show them how we do things up here in New England. One last question before I let you go, and I wouldn't be doing my job unless I asked you one Patriots question.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot going on.
Definitely. I know. It's so hard to say that getting to the Super Bowl is a letdown for a fan base. But in New England, it's been, winning is a tradition up here, and it's almost expected. From your perspective, being on both sides of the coin, because I know you felt the thrill of victory, but you felt the agony of defeat in that big game as well. How do you see this team this year rebounding from that, moving forward, and what really is the key to that Patriot way that always seems to make things click?
Yeah, it won't be so much rebounding. There's something pretty unique in the football realm, and probably in sports in general. I can only speak from the football perspective, and that is that every year is drastically different than the next or the previous. And so for these guys, what happened in that game was not fun. Some of them will never watch it. I never went back and watched some of them. But when they go in there for training camp, it's going to be probably 35 to 45 to 50% completely different when it comes to people sitting in those seats. So it won't have the same look, it won't have the same feel, and it won't be anywhere near the same team.
Right.
From that perspective, it's easy to kind of just move on and know that, hey, we got to put together a whole new way of doing things, and we got to figure it out pretty quick. And look, there's not that much time to practice anymore. These guys don't hit 3 times a day. They don't hit twice a day. They don't hit 2 days in a row, period.
Right.
So the opportunity to get better is that window is really short for a player to get into football shape and then be able to go out there and fit in with a new team. So Coach Belichick, though, as far as the system in the Patriot way, he has a distinct advantage in today's game because of the fact that there's not a lot of time for these guys to prep. So a coach like him and his staff, getting guys as prepared as they do, will be an advantage. But they're going to have a lot of guys that are going to be potentially really young or have no real experience in a Belichick system.
Right.
And that's going to lead to a lot of question marks. And they won't know in the first week of training camp. They won't know in the 4th week of preseason. And they probably won't know until about 4 or 5 games into the regular season. So my biggest advice is just tell the fans, just hang on, pause, wait a minute, don't get too crazy. The sky isn't falling in day 1. It could on week 17, you never know, but definitely not week 1, 2, 3, or 4. Give them a little bit of time, and typically, as history has proven, it works out pretty good.
Absolutely. Well spoken from a man who's lived it, and lived it as honorably and as well as you could possibly imagine from anyone. Matt, again, it's been an absolute pleasure. This guy that really doesn't need an introduction, but I gave him one anyway. He is a 3-time Pro Bowl or 3-time Super Bowl champion of your New England Patriots, Full Press. He is
Matt really old.
Nah, I'm sure you can still get in there and mix it up with the best of them, my friend. Matt, thank you very much.
Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for today. Thank you.